Hello, good morning. Welcome to the course. On today's agenda, we're going to finish the reading strategies that we started last session, along with some reading practice. And then we're going to finish with some listening strategies and listening practice. So let's continue where we left off yesterday. Yes, yesterday we were talking about finding specific information, and more specifically, we talked about information that is not true or not mentioned, and information that can be found in specific parts of the text, and pronoun reference. So let's read the questions together to see what type of question, what type of information I need to find. Number one, it says the main idea of the passage is. This is an overall question. Number two, which of the following is not true? According to the passage, when Lincoln spoke at Gettysburg ceremonies, what happened when he did it? So this is my key word, my key phrase, Gettysburg ceremonies. When did Lincoln Gettysburg address begin to receive public acclaim? This could be my key phrase, public acclaim. And finally, find the pronoun referent for the pronoun it. Okay? So I'll give you 3 minutes to answer this section and then we'll check the answers together. Okay, and these are the answers. 1C, not until 1863. Number 2B, Everett gave a 2-hour speech. That is not true about the ceremonies. It is not mentioned. Number 3D, he was extremely proud of his performance. Number 4A, after it had been published. And number 5, his speech. Here. It is recognized, and it's referring to its speech. It even says here, it is recognized as one of the all-time greatest speeches. Let's go to this one. Let's analyze the questions first. It says the topic of the passage is a general comprehension question, an overall question. Number 14, the passage states that the theory of continental drift developed as a result of. I need to find the key words that express a result, a consequence, or an effect of this. Look at the word they in paragraph 2. This is paragraph 2. Here's where I will find the word they. What does it refer to? Number 13, it says, which of the following is not true about plate tectonics? And I couldn't find a way to find the options, so let's skip this one. 16, which of the following is not true? Well, it's here. Instead of being here, you'll find it here. Is not true about the theory of plate tectonics. Number 17, according to the passage, what constitutes a tectonic plate? Constitute is my key word. What is it made of? Number 18, which of the following best describes the organization of the passage? How are the 3 paragraphs interrelated? And finally, choose a paragraph that describes the earlier theory. Okay, let's check the answers. Here we go. Number 13C, 14B, the work of map makers. Number 15, continents. Number 17, the surface of the land and the floor of the oceans. 16D, proposed by map makers. This is not true. This is not mentioned. Number 18D, one hypothesis is developed from another. And it says right here, today the modern theory of plate tectonics has developed from the theory of the continental drift, which is above. And finally, it is paragraph 2. The earlier theory means the first theory. Okay, now let's talk about indirectly answered questions. To answer these type of questions, you need to draw conclusions from the text. And there are two types of questions with indirect answers. One about implied detailed questions, and another one that is commonly referred to transition questions. Now, how can you identify implied detailed questions? The question will say something like, it is implied in the passage that, it can be inferred from the passage that, it is most likely, what probably happened. If you see, in all of this, you need to infer information. You need to draw conclusions from the text. The answers, as we have mentioned before, are generally found in order in the passage. How should you answer this question? Choose a keyword or key phrase in the question, then scan the passage for the keyword or a similar idea, a synonym. Carefully read the section, the sentence that contains a keyword, and look for the answer that could be true. Okay, let's practice. It says, number 1, it is implied in the passage that if a kayak has 2 holes, then, now my keyword will be 2 holes. So I'm going to go through my text and scan for those keywords. Some kayaks are made for 2. I see the word 2, but it doesn't refer to 2 holes. Because of the deck of the kayak is covered over except for the hole or holes for its riders, there, holes. So I see that holes refers to the holes for people. Question 2. It can be inferred from the passage that an example of the animals mentioned might be. So I look for the word animals or examples of animals. So if I scan through my text, yeah, and we have here the answers. A, it accommodates 2 riders, as it says here, 2 holes for its riders or riders. And then what could be inferred from this? A kangaroo will know because they're in a kayak, so you wouldn't hunt a kangaroo in water. A snake? Probably not, because it says that are hunting larger animals that are too big to be hunted in kayak. Therefore, I eliminate salmon, and my correct answer is whale. Hold on, let me correct the animation because you're seeing the answers before you work on the text. There. So I'll let you work on the next one individually and then we'll check the answers all together. And here we go. Number 3, D, 4, D. Let's go to this one. And these are the answers. Number 60, the Eiffel Tower. Number 7A. And number 8B. Okay, let's talk about transition question, which is also a type of question in which you need to infer or draw conclusions. Transition questions are answered with information that came before in the preceding paragraph or with the information that comes after, which is in the following paragraph. A paragraph may start with the idea previously stated or end with an idea that will be developed in the next part. How can you identify this type of questions? It would say something like, the paragraph preceding the passage probably. What is most likely in the paragraph following the passage? If you see the first one is about the paragraph before, and this is about the paragraph that comes after. The answer can generally be found in the first line of the passage of a preceding question, and the answer can be found in the last line for a following question for this one. How to answer? We'll read the first line for a preceding question. Read the last line for a following question. Draw a conclusion about what comes before or after, depending on the question. Choose the answer that is reflected in the first or last line of the passage. Okay, so let's practice. Hold on, please. I don't know what happened to my animations. Why? They are not added. They were not added. There. Let's see. It says, the paragraph preceding this passage, the paragraph that is before, we don't know what we don't know what the paragraph says. That's why we have to infer based on the information that says here. And remember, read the first line for a preceding question. The paragraph following this passage most likely contains information that. For a following question, read the last line. So you kind of have to guess what came before and what will come after these paragraphs according to this information. So let's check. 1A, a different scientific television series. Why? Because it says another program. Number 2C, the astronomer Carl Sagan. The principal writer and narrator of the program, Carl Sagan, a noted astronomer and Pulitzer Prize winning author. Okay. So with that I can infer that they will discuss the astronomer, because that is what the last sentence is about. Let's see. The paragraph preceding the passage, the paragraph that I don't see, discusses, remember, focus on the first line. Which of the following is most likely the topic of the paragraph following the passage? The paragraph that comes after this one. Okay, so focus on the last sentence, on the last line. Let's see the answers. 3C, land-based earthquakes. 4B, the destructive effects of tsunamis on the coast. Next text. The paragraph preceding the passage, remember, focus on the first line, preceding. The topic of the paragraph following the passage, focus on the last line, on the last sentence. Okay, let's check. Here, 5C, federal draft laws. And 6A, disadvantages of youthful marriages. If you see, it says here, while draft laws are federal laws, marriage laws are state laws rather than federal. In this paragraph, they discuss marriage laws. So the most logical is that in the previous paragraph, they discuss draft laws. And number 6A, the disadvantages of youthful marriage. Let's see the last line. It says some states which allow couples to marry at such a young age are now considering doing away with such early marriages because of the numerous negative effects of these young marriages. It really doesn't tell me what are the negative effects. Here it explains about the law. So the most logical is that in the following paragraph, they will explain about the negative effects. Let's do this one. Okay, let's check. 1A, 2D, 3A, and 4A. Now let's do this one. Okay, let's check. Number 5, B. Number 6, B again. Number 7, A. And number 8, C. Okay. Now we're going to go to some listening practice along with some listening strategies. And the first strategy I'd like to tell you about is to pay attention and to listen for negatives. Negative expressions are very common in short dialogues. So on the recording you may hear, how did they get to their grandmother's house in Maine in only 5 hours? They didn't drive slowly on the trip to Maine. What does the woman say about the trip? The most common correct answers is a positive statement containing a word with an opposite meaning, like this one. They drove rather quickly. If you see, these are opposites, and this is a positive statement. Now, these are some types of negative expressions. We are very familiar with this one, like not, or contraction, like don't, didn't, haven't. Example, Tom is not or isn't sad about the result. The correct answer is that he is happy. You see, this is the opposite of not sad. Of sad, I'm sorry. Other negatives include nobody, none, nothing, never. For example, nobody arrived on time. It means that they were late. Sal never works hard. Never works hard, meaning he's lazy. And we can also see negatives in prefixes like an, in, this, like disagree, inappropriate, like this one. The patient was insane. Insane means crazy. Okay, so let's practice.
TOEFL Exercise 7. In this exercise, listen carefully to the short conversation and question in the recording, and then choose the best answer to the question. You should be particularly careful of negative expressions. Number 1.
Are you going to take out the trash?
I have no time to do it.
What does the woman mean? Number 2.
Are you worried about the interview?
It's unimportant to me.
What does the man mean? Number 3.
Do you have all the notes for Psychology 101?
I didn't miss a single lecture.
What does the man mean? Number 4.
Do you know the library's summer hours? I need to go there this evening.
It's never open past 6 o'clock in the summer.
What does the man mean? Number 5.
How often should I water the plants while you're gone?
No more than once a week.
What should the woman do? Number 6.
Did you enjoy your meal? That restaurant is very famous.
The food was good, but I was dissatisfied with the service.
What does the woman mean? Number 7.
Do you think that Bob really wanted me to go home?
He wasn't kidding when he told you to leave.
What does the man say about Bob? Number 8.
Can we finish this project before closing time?
If we work on nothing else.
What does the man mean? Number 9.
Would you mind staying an hour more?
I'd rather not.
What does the woman say about staying? Number 10.
Would you recommend the hotel where you stayed in New York?
The hotel provided service that was unequaled.
What does the man say about the hotel?
And these are the answers, so please check, compare with your answers. Okay, so let's move on. Now, sometimes a sentence may contain two negative expressions. And this could be quite confusing. For example, you may hear, I can't believe the news that I heard about the concert. Well, it isn't impossible for the concert to take place. What does the woman say about the concert? If you see, here we have the double negative. Isn't impossible. Which means that the concert might take place. These are some examples of double negatives. And we have a situation in which we have a negative word like not, no, or none with a negative prefix. Like, he didn't like the unclean office, which it was like this. It is not impossible. Meaning, did not like unclean office, it means the opposite. He likes clean offices. There's a situation in which you may find two negative verbs. It isn't snowing, so they aren't going to the mountains. It implies that they would go if it were snowing. Or we can have the words neither or not either. For example, Sue didn't like the movie and neither did Mark. What does that mean? That both did not like the movie. Okay, so let's practice this skill. There are 10 questions. Then I'll pause at the end to check the answers.
TOEFL Exercise 8. In this exercise, listen carefully to the short conversation and question in the recording, and then choose the best answer to the question. You should be particularly careful of double negatives. Number 1.
Do you think Ron Rogers will be elected?
Well, it's not completely impossible.
What does the woman imply about Ron? Number 2.
How was your tennis match today?
I didn't serve well, and I didn't volley well either.
What does the man say about his tennis game? Number 3.
Was Gary prepared for the debate?
It's no surprise that he was unprepared.
What does the woman say about Gary? Number 4.
Did you go out dancing with everyone else last night?
I was not feeling well, so I didn't go out.
What does the woman mean? Number 5.
Do you think Paula understands what she's done?
She isn't unaware of the trouble she's caused.
What does the man say about Paula? Number 6.
Did your friends finish the term paper for history class?
Steve wasn't able to finish it, and Paul wasn't either.
What does the woman mean? Number 7.
Can you believe that George walked out of the restaurant without paying for his share of the meal?
It was irresponsible of him not to pay the bill.
What does the woman mean? Number 8.
What happened when Harry applied to Millhouse University?
It was unfortunate that he wasn't admitted to the university.
What does the woman say about Harry? Number 9.
What did you think of the essay that I wrote?
The first draft of the essay wasn't well written, and the second wasn't much better.
What does the man mean? Number 10.
Has Roger been disturbed by all of the recent problems?
He hasn't been unaffected.
What does the woman mean?
Now let's check the answers. Okay, let's continue. There are some expressions which are considered almost negative. They're not quite as negative as the previous ones. Like this one. Were you able to pay the electric bill? I had barely enough money. Now, what does the man imply? That he paid the bill, but he has no money left. Some common almost negative expressions include the word almost none, almost never, and the expressions are hardly, barely, scarcely, only. Whereas in almost never, the expressions could be like rarely or seldom. Example, there is hardly any food in the refrigerator. That means that the food is almost finished. Almost no food. He rarely drives to work. That means that he almost never drives to work. Okay, so let's practice this skill.
TOEFL Exercise 9. In this exercise, listen carefully to the short conversation and question in the recording, and then choose the best answer to the question. You should be particularly careful of almost negative expressions. Number 1.
Do you expect a lot of rain this month?
It hardly ever rains in July.
What does the man mean? Number 2.
Were all 3 students accepted to the university?
Only John was accepted.
What does the woman mean? Number 3.
Did Mark do well in Professor Frank's class?
Mark barely passed the history exam that Professor Franks gave.
What does the woman mean? Number 4.
I can't believe how long we've been here.
Dr. Roberts almost never keeps his patients waiting long.
What does the man mean? Number 5.
I can't believe Betty is not at work this week.
Only rarely does Betty take a vacation in winter.
What does the woman mean? Number 6.
Does Steve study very much?
He hardly ever opens a book.
What does the woman say about Steve? Number 7.
Was the philosophy exam very long?
I scarcely had time to finish it.
What does the man mean? Number 8.
I was so bored at the staff meeting.
Seldom have staff meetings lasted this long.
What does the woman mean? Number 9.
Are you enjoying the barbecue?
Only rarely have I tasted such delicious meat.
What does the man mean? Number 10.
Does your broken arm hurt very much?
Only if I try to move.
What does the man mean?
Okay, so let's check. These are the answers, so compare with yours. Sorry. Here it is. Okay, let's do another listening practice. We're going to do now 2 review exercises with the skills to integrate the skills that we have practiced today and in the past session. And we have one more strategy. Okay. Okay, so first we have this one here. Again, 10 questions. Listen carefully and we will check.
TOEFL exercise, skills 7 through 10. In this exercise, listen carefully to the short conversation and question in the recording, and then choose the best answer to the question. Number 1.
Do you think you could try a little harder?
It's impossible for me to do more.
What does the woman mean? Number 2.
What are you so upset about?
Not once on this trip has the bus left on time.
What does the woman mean? Number 3.
Was there enough soup to go around?
There was barely enough soup for everyone at the table.
What does the woman mean? Number 4.
Do you really want to move to Florida?
I couldn't want anything more.
What does the woman mean? Number 5.
Did you turn in your research paper for history class?
I couldn't turn it in because it was incomplete.
What does the woman mean? Number 6.
Do you think that your friends enjoyed their trip to the Museum of Modern Art?
Sylvia doesn't care for modern art, and neither does Tim.
What does the man mean? Number 7.
Can your friends go with us this afternoon, or do you think they'll be too busy?
They hardly ever work in the afternoon.
What does the man say about his friends? Number 8.
Do you think we could turn the air conditioner on? I'm really uncomfortable.
The air conditioner never works when it gets warm.
What does the man imply? Number 9.
I heard that your exam results were not too bad.
Actually, I've never done worse.
What does the man mean? Number 10.
Did the committee come to a decision about the parking problem?
The committee shouldn't have decided the issue when so many members weren't present.
What does the woman mean?
So let's check. Here we go. Okay, let's do another one. Okay, so get ready and let's listen.
TOEFL review exercise. Skills 1 through 10. In this exercise, listen carefully to the short conversation and question in the recording, and then choose the best answer to the question. Number 1.
What should I do to get over this?
You should drink plenty of fluids, take this medicine once every 8 hours, and return here to my office next week.
Where does this conversation probably take place? Number 2.
Did you find anything at the store?
I just bought a great shirt.
What does the woman mean? Number 3.
Did you enjoy the hotel where you stayed in Hawaii?
The view of the ocean couldn't have been better.
What does the woman mean? Number 4.
You look like you're not feeling too well.
Actually, I'm just kind of tired. All I need is a bit of rest.
What will the man probably do next? Number 5.
Do you think that Mary will forgive me for what I did?
She isn't exactly an unforgiving person.
What does the man say about Mary? Number 6.
Has Martha already gone on vacation?
She can't take her vacation until next week.
What does the woman say about Martha? Number 7.
I'm looking for some people who just came into the restaurant.
The waitress seated them at a table in the back.
What does the woman mean? Number 8.
Let's go to the market and get some fresh fruit.
I was there this morning, and the market scarcely had any.
What does the woman say about the market? Number 9.
I'm thinking about taking a few classes at the local adult school.
It's never too late to go back to school.
What does the woman mean? Number 10.
I don't think I can make it all the way to the top of the mountain.
I dare you to try.
What does the woman mean?
Okay, let's check for the answers. Here it is. Okay, so let's finish with a final listening strategy. That is to listen for expressions of agreement. Now, some expressions of agreement include agreeing with positive statements or agreeing with negative statements, like, so do I, me too, I'll say, isn't it? You can say that again. Or agreeing with negative statements such as, neither do I, or I don't either. So on the recording, you might hear something like, I think that the hypothesis is indefensible. So do I. What does the woman mean? It means that she agrees with the man. So do I is an expression that we use to agree with someone. Okay, so let's practice this skill. And with that, we will have finished. Here it is. I'm sorry, I don't think I'm sharing my screen. Okay, so here it is. Yes, these are the expressions. If you'd like to take a look at them before I play the audio. Okay, so let's listen up.
TOEFL Exercise 11. In this exercise, listen carefully to the short conversation and question in the recording, and then choose the best answer to the question. You should pay attention to expressions of agreement. Number 1.
I'd like to take a trip down the coast this weekend.
Me too.
What does the woman mean? Number 2.
I would like to see Matt elected to the town council next month.
So would I.
What does the man mean? Number 3.
I'm not sure if I should take beginning or intermediate French next semester.
Neither am I.
What does the woman mean? Number 4.
The food in the cafeteria is not exactly the best food I've ever tasted.
You can say that again.
What does the woman mean? Number 5.
This party certainly has been fun.
I'll say.
What does the man mean? Number 6.
I'm not about to condone what she did.
I'm not either.
What does the woman mean? Number 7.
Those people upstairs always have such loud parties.
Don't they?
What does the man mean? Number 8.
This meal is really delicious.
Isn't it?
What does the woman mean? Number 9.
I can't imagine what he was thinking about when he bought that car.
Neither can I.
What does the woman mean? Number 10.
This should be a 2-semester course. 1 semester is just not enough time to learn all the material.
You can say that again.
What does the man mean?
Okay, so let's check for the answers. And here we go. Okay, so we are all finished for today. This is the last exercise that we will do. I hope this listening tips and the reading tips were helpful. And remember that you can listen and practice until you feel confident. Because TOEFL exam is about that, about practicing and about understanding these small differences between questions and what I need to answer. Okay, so have a good day. Bye bye.